This episode of the Totally Rad Show is brought to you by Netflix. Coming up, now's your chance to be a part of some totally rad Kickstarter projects.
Rad Show.
Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad, Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad, Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad, Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad Show.
Kickstarter is a thing that people enjoy. I predict that we will be in a completely Kickstarter-based economy.
Well, Kickstarter
in
is
6 to 8 months.
Kickstarter has become the Xerox of copy machines. The sort of crowd-sourced or crowd-funded projects. There are many, many sites. Kickstarter, Indiegogo are sort of the top two.
Right.
But everybody just sort of calls that movement Kickstarter, which I think is great.
So here we are in the Kickstarter movement. We're going to give you some picks. We did this a while back. People seem to really like it. We're not going to talk about sort of the inherent problems of, that I think are lying in wait with this.
Sure.
Someday we should have that discussion, though. But there's so many fun things on Kickstarter. Alex, hit me with a pick or two or three.
Well, I want to throw one quick pick and then the sort of my pick. The quick pick is this thing called Pear. P-E-A-R.
Oh,
right?
Pair your pair, right?
Pair your pair. Pair with pair.
Right.
This is one of those things that literally last night I wanted this device. I was sitting out having some wine with my fiance.
Today, don't care about it.
No, seriously. And I went, oh my God, there's a song I want to show you. And so I pulled it up on Mog on my phone, brought out the Bose, dock, put my phone in the dock and hit play. And then, because of Mog, it just sort of moved into new music and we were just kind of listening to music and it was great. And then she asked me some question where the answer was secretly held in my phone. And I had that thing of going, I can get at the answer, but the song is nice. If I pull it up now, it's just quiet. And literally, I was like, God, if only there was a way. And Pear is the answer. It is a small square device that connects to any iPod or iPad dock, but it functions as a Bluetooth audio receiver. So what happens
Bluetoothizes your device.
So what happens is you can have your phone, and then you put Pear, that's just this Bluetooth thing, in the Bose dock, and then you can start the music here, and then be doing other things. You can get a text, you can listen to your, you know what I mean? Somebody can call, you don't have to jump for the phone. But the other thing that's really great about it is not only does it work with iPhone, iPad, so now you can literally listen to music on your iPad synced into your whatever dock station accepts the iPod. So
Pear works with Apple?
Pear works with Apple, but the best thing is it also works with Android. So now you can go, I'm an Android user, I want to buy the Bose dock, iPhone dock, but I have an Android phone that doesn't fit in that dock. Also, I have a new case. Guess what the case doesn't allow me to do?
Plug
Put
stuff
my
in.
phone in anything.
What about
Pear in there.
the new upcoming iPhones that will
All totally
invariably...
different. I mean, so this is a great idea.
work.
Anyway, it's like 50, 60 bucks. I'm totally gonna buy one. And it's one of those things that it's already funded, but you can go on and get one. Super excited.
Well, I'll go to Dan, we'll come back.
Perfect.
Dan, hit me up with a Kickstarter.
I'm going to thank my friends John and Max for turning me on to this. They are two effects guys that did the Portal short with me, and they are big fans of concept art. Ooh. Big fans of the Ratchet and Clank games, and the guys who did all the concept art for the Ratchet and Clank games do concept art in general. They're called Creature Box. And they did a Kickstarter. The thing with this is it's almost entire, there's still 15 days to go. They asked for $15,000. They are at $104,000.
So they do not need our help.
Right.
But I'm not saying this to help them. I'm saying this to, you only have a few things you can buy left. And they are selling out very quickly. I placed an order last night for one of the levels, for the $45 level. But basically, they're putting out for the first time there are plenty of
coffee table books,
concept art, beautiful bound books,
BBBs
with beautiful concept art. This is their first time putting that all together. But the different levels, you can get more. Like the level I purchased, and I get a print as well, which is awesome. Unfortunately, all the higher levels that have like multiple prints and things like that are gone. But the art is beautiful. You guys will love it. You guys would dig it. I dug it. I placed my order. Creature Box Monster Volume.
Nice.
Super awesome. Super awesome.
I got a bunch. I asked Twitter to hit me to some cool Kickstarters. I got a bunch of really awesome ones. The most common one I got back was that Oculus Rift, which I kind of feel like this segment is more about hipping people to stuff that really needs your help. This thing has over $1 million.
Yeah.
It looks really cool, and probably by the time you've seen this, they had the big coming out party at QuakeCon. So if by chance you haven't heard of it, check it out. It does look very exciting.
I want one
Do you
on my
really?
face. Yeah.
Yeah, I want one on my face too.
It answers all the problems that you have with like the Sony thing that we had, where it's just like it looks like a little TV screen. With this, it's immersive.
Yeah.
And then the movement of your head. I was watching the video. I was like, I might actually do that. Like, there's something cool to be like looking over here and going, oh my God, there's something over there. Bam, you know what I mean?
It's the beginning of Ready Player One in reality. And the thing that they've got Gabe Newell talking about it, John Carmack talking about it, Cliff Blazinski talking about it.
So you know that there are going to be games that are going to use it.
They've got real people who are excited about this thing. Anyway, but we're not talking about this. A couple of real quick ones that do need your help and could be still going. Charlie Kaufman's new movie is a stop-motion animated movie he's doing with Dan Harmon and Dino Stephanopoulos. Excuse me.
Starbirds.
Starburns. It's Starburns Productions or whatever.
Oh.
I love Charlie Kaufman, and that's awesome. And John Kricfalusi, last week when we were talking about Adventure Time, we all brought up Ren and Stimpy. John Kricfalusi, creator of Ren and Stimpy, he's doing a new cartoon that's sort of like this autobiographical thing about his dad that is a character from Ren and Stimpy. You need to watch the 8-minute video. Did you see it?
Yes, I did.
It's
very
crazy pants.
Interesting.
It's a performance art piece in 8 minutes. He deserves your donation just for that.
It's like if a Beach Boy went crazy.
Yeah. I got a couple more, but
so the last one, the one that I really wanted to focus on that I thought was really exciting, is there's this company called Code School, and they do they're very cool, sort of like online school for learning how to code in certain things. But the way that they do it is really very interesting. They use game mechanics of like leveling up to keep it fun, but then also there's like videos so that it's very visual, but then you're doing at the same time, and it's all sort of this multimedia thing. Well, they are putting out something called Try iOS, and it's a way to teach people how to code for the iPhone.
Wow, that's
and
awesome.
the iPod and iPad. But the really crazy thing is that they've figured out a way. It's all in browser, so you don't have to download. You don't have to become a dev person. Download the dev kit. Download have a Mac that has this very specific thing. You can do all of this in their browser. But not only that, they've figured out a way using server farms for you to be writing code in the browser, save it, it sends it to the server, converts it into an iPhone response, sends it back to the browser so you actually see it running in real time on the iPhone.
Crazy.
So that you can literally be learning
Test
how
it
to
out.
develop it.
Yeah.
And I think this is genius. I've been thinking about getting back into iPhone. The idea of developing my own stuff for the iPhone. I have a computer science degree, was a computer programmer, have dabbled in the iPhone stuff, but it is very, very dense, very, very complicated if you haven't been coding for 7 years like I have.
Right.
Or like I haven't been coding for 7 years. But this is just a really great way. So they're doing a Kickstarter to kind of raise the money and also raise, just figure out how many people are interested in this so they can figure out how many, they have to like get a farm of Mac Minis to be able to run this stuff so that it's fast, it's responsive. I think it's great. I think this is going to turn the world on its head because, this is a place that you have access to be able to come up with an idea, create the idea, and distribute it to people. It's
pretty
and
awesome.
make money. It's great.
Couple more quick hits from me. There's a documentary film about Carol Spinney, the only guy who in the history of Sesame Street has played Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch. He's played them. He's 78 years old.
Oh, wow.
And he's the only person to have ever played those characters. He still plays them today.
Oh, I see what you're
Wow.
saying.
It's a movie called I Am Big Bird. They're halfway to their goal.
That's cool.
They're only asking for like $100,000. It's something you could really support. If you watch the video, I teared up just watching the video. It's beautiful. The man is amazing, and I really want to see that come to fruition. And then I couldn't do one of these without talking about a sort of board game concept.
Oh yeah,
Soul
a lot
Forge.
of board game
Oh,
concepts.
Board games are all over Kickstarter,
Yeah.
but Soul Forge is going to be a collectible card game or a trading TCG concept from the guys that made Ascension, which is an awesome iPad game. But this is a digital TCG in a brand new universe with a brand new set of rules, and it's got this really cool concept where you start with a card. Like, for example, it might be like a dragon egg, and then you can level up that card and it becomes like a dragon whelp, and then you level it up and then it's like a full-blown dragon. So you are leveling up as you play.
Yeah.
They've got Richard Garfield, the creator of Magic the Gathering, on board helping them out. It looks like a really cool project. Again, not at their goal, so you can be part of making this happen. It looks like an awesome digital. They're going to come out on iPad and iOS, and if they get stretch goals, they're going to go to Android and other places.
cool.
So Kickstarter is an awesome place for so many really cool, diverse, interesting concepts. Thank you guys all for your recommendations.
Marketplace.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like, you know,
like
I
the
got
new
that
Etsy.
watch
Yeah.
coming out, and now I've got this awesome book that, you know, I wouldn't be able to get in any other
I mean,
place.
there is some scary stuff about it. Like that Oculus Rift, as cool as it is, like it isn't a thing. You're buying like a dev kit, theoretically. And I know it's exciting to put money in stuff to make it happen, to be part of it, enabling it to happen. I'm worried there's going to be a very high profile
Failure.
or something that never comes
Like
to
you
fruition.
can be
Theoretically,
invested
if we all
in the
get
Phantom.
reimbursed, then
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing, like
Well,
a lot of the ones I
you?
brought up.
I would think if it were to not, if someone were to not make the thing, then they would.
Well, there's no
we
time
would
limit.
be- there are time. I mean, like the thing it's like it will ship in this date.
Yeah,
you know,
but-
or this.
Yeah, but that's
Who
whatever.
enforces that?
There's a lot of
Yeah,
questions.
yeah,
a lot of
but
questions.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Anyway,
But also a lot of answers.
yeah, and it's one thing to have like a $20 donation, but when
Right.
you're asking like $300-400 from people, it's
Yeah.
pretty intense. Anyway,
Or
Kick
thousands.
started.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, be sure to stick around. We're going to be answering one of your Twitter questions right after this. But first, we want to thank our sponsors, Dan.
Netflix
Oh, here we go.
streams TV
I
shows
love this one.
and movies directly to your PC, your Mac, your Xbox, your PS3. I used to stream to my Xbox, then I got hooked on Apple TV. I stream on my Apple TV, then I go to bed and I continue watching on my iPad.
What?
And I'll tell you what I've been watching every night before I go to bed, and also on my Apple TV on television. Can't stop. Kind of addicted to watching an old classic.
It's drown it
Yeah,
out.
what's happening?
The
Did you
TV
forget
show, because they have so much great TV on Netflix, Dawson's Creek.
The Creek.
The
Amazing.
Creek, really 90s horrific.
Yep.
Really
I bet.
wonderful. It's very
I
emotional
had a friend
to
that
watch.
worked on that
Yeah.
show.
Oh my
I can
goodness.
only imagine.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was 12.
I know. Goodness gracious. Anyway, for a limited time, get a free 30-day trial membership. Go to www.netflix.com/TRS to sign up now. Also, if you are in the UK or Ireland, you might not have ever seen Dawson's Creek. That's really the only reason to sign up for Netflix.
Well, it's the best of the reasons.
It's the best of the reasons. So go to netflix.co.uk/TRS or netflix.ie/TRS to get the same free trial.
Amazing.
Like curling up with a little warm blanket at night. Dawson.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Man.
Joe, isn't her name Joe or something?
Joey is Katie Holmes.
Katie
and
Holmes, yeah.
It really, Dawson's Creek really is the beginning of
The end.
the nerd is a new cool thing that we always talk about X-Men being or Spider-Man and all that
Dawson's
stuff.
Creek, I would put on
Absolutely,
my list.
100%.
I know you put it on the list.
No,
I'm just saying, I don't know
I've
if I would
actually
do
never
it.
seen
I'm not
an
saying
episode.
for
Not
me,
once.
but culturally, it was normal. It was a big thing for high school kids of all kinds.
Like you and...
No, I didn't even watch it in high
I
school.
mean now.
The girls would come up to me and say, "Oh, you're kind of like
Oh,
Dawson."
girls came up to you.
Yeah, and it was the first time where it was
Well.
like, "Oh, I don't have to." The girls are suddenly attracted to a guy because they watch a guy like it on TV.
Where did you go?
who
Lesbian school high?
Who isn't a jock.
The
He's,
girl's finally attracted to a guy.
to a guy who is into movies. Is into nerdy things.
And,
Well, anyway.
and you look exactly like Vanderbeek, so
I sure
it's pretty
do.
much...
Yep.
Sure do.
You got a
Write your own ticket.
Pretty beak on that Vander.
Yeah.
Join us tomorrow for our review of The Bourne Legacy.
Today's Twitter question sent in with the hashtag #TRSQ.
That was official. That was good.
Sent in by @SimonPerson. He asks, when you were a child, which playground construction was your favorite?
This is actually really interesting. I
We'll
was
be the judges of that, Alex.
I was actually part of building the new playground for the elementary school that I went to. Like, I went to an elementary
had
school.
child
and we
slave
had-
labor?
Yeah, no, it was like a weekend. There was like this guy
that's-
that was like this famous architect of playgrounds who came to our school. Like, our school won, and he came, and we spent a weekend, and all the parents and kids came and helped build this brand new playground. So in elementary school, at like 4th grade, our playground was like ba-bam, and we had crazy stuff. We had a wood dragon that you could climb through, which I loved. No, it was. I mean, it was
Shangri-La
amazing.
over here.
It was amazing. But I will say, though the wood dragon was fun, I'm a big fan of any of the swinging, holding things. Monkey bars, the ring monkey bars. Loved all that
Ringy
stuff.
bars?
Yeah,
I
ringy
always
bars.
wanted to do the thing that spins around,
Puke device?
but no, you always needed people.
Other people?
You know,
Have you ever seen
enough
the-
no one wanted
Yeah,
to be
the
the guy
motorcycle guy?
pushing it around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone wants to ride it. No one wants to like push it. And when you're a kid, it's
That's what
like
adults are
scary.
for.
But no, my kindergarten playground had this wooden deck that was so like, oh, I'm in like Swiss Family Robinson, you know, that led up to a huge slide that multiple people could go down. That was, it's not just like, oh, metal and then slide.
went to great elementary schools.
So awesome. It was so awesome. The wood slide. It was.
I'm a purist, simple swing.
Yeah.
When the whistle would blow and we would go, there was like 3 swings and all the kids would run to claim the swings first. Love the swing. I used to do the backflip off the swing. Can still do that actually. I love the swing. I love trying to get as high as I can on the swing.
I would always chicken out when everyone was like,
Yeah.
and then jump. I would
love
always
it.
like, the
Yeah,
last
see
one
how
to,
far
like,
you
let
can
it.
jump.
I would like let it die out a little bit and then jump.
I was all over that. Thank you, Simon Person, for sending that in.